Hi guys, my name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, let's go through and talk about Advocate George Baloyi. Who is Advocate George Baloyi? Let's start with his positions and roles. He is a senior prosecutor in the National Prosecuting Authority, known as NPA, having served as Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions and DDPP in Gauteng, North Gauteng, Pretoria, at times described as acting director of public prosecutions in Pretoria. He is currently the state advocate leading the prosecution in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial in the Pretoria High Courts. Education, what we could find, a professional profile lists him as having studied at the University of South Africa at some point. There is no public deep biographical write-ups like you'd see for Abo Rinel, but UNISA plus long NPA career is consistent with what we see in court. Personal background in snippet. In 2004, News Report, News 24 report described him as the Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions in Pretoria and reports on the accident shooting death of his 10-year-old son back then. That was 2004, right? Tsepo and the family at the family home, Faria Glen. That piece is not about his work, but it confirms, all right, that one about his son. He was already DDPP 20 years ago. He's based in Gauteng, Pretoria to be precise. So long serving Pretoria-based senior NPA career prosecutor with decades in the system. Let's talk about his career inside the NPA and timeline picture. From the scattered public pieces, you can reconstruct roughly. By early 2000, already Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions in Pretoria, News 24 calls him that in 2004, right? Called him that in 2004. Mid to late 2000, Zuma litigation time, appears in court papers as as DDPP George Baloyi, part of the NPA senior team around the Jacob Zuma corruption matter. A Mail and Guardian or legal brief piece notes that he worked on the Zuma corruption case as part of the team headed by Billy Downer, SC, and that he was one of several senior prosecutors there. The then NDPP Menzi Simelane tried to demote to the magistrates' courts. Another M&G piece references George Baloyi and the Deputy Director of Public it references George Baloyi as the Deputy Director of Public Prosecution, acting for the NDPP in Zuma's litigation. 2010 demotion redeployment fight, reporting in IOL and legal brief. Baloyi and Reta Menkis received redeployment notices from Simelane, moving them from High Court DPP offices to lower courts. The International Association of Prosecutors wrote to President Zuma and the Justice Minister complaining about the treatment of senior prosecutors. Following pressure, the NPA withdrew the redeployment notices. This shows he was seen as one of the top senior state advocates. He was caught up in NPA internal politics and restructuring. 2010, DDPP or DPP level decision maker. In 2017, SCA judgment lists Mr. George Baloyi as Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions from Gauteng among senior NPA figures involved in an internal decision-making panel. In 2019, government statement refers to him as the Acting Director of Public Prosecutions, Pretoria, taking key decisions on the life Esidimeni deaths. An opinion piece in the Cape Times calls him Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, for North Gauteng. and criticizes his decision not to indict certain apartheid time security policemen for alleged perjury or obstruction in the Neil Agathe or Ajet, I'm not sure about the pronunciation, sorry, inquest context. 2020s still senior, still deciding on big matters. 2020 NPA media releases the acting director of public prosecutions in Pretoria, Advocate George Baloyi, applauds the dedication shown by the prosecutor in a 419 fraud matter, confirming his acting as head of Pretoria DPP office. 2019-2020, he signs or communicates decisions on whether to prosecute apartheid times police officers in politically sensitive inquest. So by the time Senzo Meyiwa comes, you are dealing with a guy who has been in NPA senior structure for at least 20 years, including Zuma corruption, high-profile matters, and post-apartheid accountability cases. Jacob Zuma corruption case and NPA politics. Baloyi's name shows up repeatedly around Zuma's corruption saga. He was part of the prosecution team and under Billy Dauna's SC in the NPA corruption case against Zuma. In Zuma v. NDPP KZN High Court, he is mentioned in the judgment as part of legal team acting for the NDPP. Legal brief. He was one of 16 senior state prosecutors similarly sought to demote or redeploy. Commentators linked that redeployment to the fact that he had been involved in the Zuma prosecution before charges were dropped. Why it matters shows that he is trusted, at least originally, for top-tier political corruption litigation. Also shows he's entangled in NPA internal battles over independence and restructuring. The Eugene Tereblanche murder trial. Baloyi was the lead state advocate in the trial of the killing of AWB leader Eugene Tereblanche Ventersdorp. And IOL timeline of the Tereblanche case explicitly records that on 18 April, State Advocate George Baloyi argued for the conviction of both Chris Mahlangu and the teenager, saying the teen was in cahoots with Mahlangu and should not walk scot-free. From that, he was front and center or in a racially sensitive and politically explosive murder trial. His style in that case from the coast, aggressive on common purpose liability, associated himself co-perpetrator, pushes hard to tie co-accused together and avoid walking away on technicalities. That approach should sound familiar when you look at how the state frames common purposes in the Senzo Meyiwa matter. Life Esidimeni's decision to hold an inquest in 2019 government confirmed the acting DPP in Pretoria Advocate George Baloyi decided that a formal and joint inquest into all Life Esidimeni deaths be held in High Court. So he wasn't the courtroom lead there, but he was the key decision maker who considered the docket and expert reports, chose the inquest route as the next step to determine criminal liability. This positions him as a policy or strategy prosecutor for complex matters, not just a trial jockey. Apartheid time inquest, Neil Agathe, Els and Sons decision on apartheid time torture prosecutions. He shows up in a very specific, controversial way. The Armed Timol or Neil Agathe activism network records emails where Advocate Baloyi apologizes for delays. Later informs the family that the NPA decided not to prosecute two former security policemen, Neville Ills and Seth Sons, after reviewing the Ajet inquest record. A Cape Times opinion piece calls it resounding blow to justice and accountability. that DDPP George Baloyi, North Gauteng, decided not to indict Els and Sons for perjury or obstruction. Interpretation, not opinion, just reading the pattern. He is one of the senior NPA figures holding the gate on whether apartheid times perpetrators see criminal courts. Those decisions brought serious criticism from human rights circles who see the NPA as undermining TRC-related prosecutions. Internal NPA and state capture debates. His name appears in broader document on NPA leadership and state capture. A SANEF state capture report lists George Baloyi amongst a roster of senior NPA officials in analysis of how political interference affected prosecutions. That doesn't necessarily accuse him personally of wrongdoing. It shows he's one of the key figures on the chessboard when people talk about whether the NPA was captured or compromised. Let's look at other matters. A few more scattered appearances. NPA media releases 2020, released in 2020. As acting DPP Pretoria, he publicly applauds a prosecutor in a 419 scam case where the accused received a 15-year sentence. Various court decisions and admin records list him as DDPP Gauteng, serving on structures for high-level decisions. We don't have a great, neat Baloyi case list. The NPA doesn't publish a personal CV with every case, but from the public trial, the headline work before the censor is Zuma corruption litigation, senior team under Billy Downer SC. Lead state advocate Eugene Telebranch's murder trial, acting DPP decisions, life SC Dimeni inquest, DDPP decisions, no prosecutorial of Els and Sons agates or jet context. Senior NPA role in restructuring or demotion disputes. How that history connects to his role in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. While you may be interested before his Meyiwa trial, the background helps explain his behavior now. Experience profile. Putting the piece together, we are looking at a prosecutor who has argued high-profile matters, Telebranch, where police work was heavily criticized. There were allegations of racism, torture, and politicalization. Okay, has been on political corruption cases, Zuma, where the stakes for NPA leadership and government were enormous. Has taken gatekeeping decision in apartheid times accountability, health system catastrophe, life Dimeni. That's the kind of CV that explains why the NPA would trust him with the most politically loaded, messy evidence challenge, public relations, nightmare murder trial in the country, Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Style traits inferred from record. From the public record, Zuma papers, Telebranch close and Meyiwa reporting process heavy technical. He leans hard on procedural arguments, and the record, you will check with this. You see the Zuma one litigation and his application in the censor, recall of witnesses, confession audio, record a second docket handling, common purpose or association logic, Telebranch team in cahoots with Mahlangu should not work scot-free. Senzo, same instinct, bind the 5 accused together under common purpose around a single robbery murder event. Institutional insider, he's both courtroom prosecutor and DPP level cracked. That means he's deeply tied into NPA decision-making, politics, and culture, not an outsider briefed just for this trial. Controversies and criticism, pre-Senzo, right? Important to separate facts from the street talk. Here are the documented issues. NPA redeployment demotion saga, Simelane restructuring sought to move Baloyi and other senior prosecutors down to magistrate courts. Internal Association of Prosecutors complained to the President and Justice Minister that look like retaliation and undermining independence. Reading between the lines, but labeling it explicit as in inference. If you are being demoted after working on Zuma's corruption case, people will see you as either a threat to political interest or pawn in internal faction fights. Either way, he's not a random low-level official. Apartheid times torture cases, human rights activists and families slammed his decision not to indict Els and Sons after the Neil Jade inquest evidence, calling it a betrayal of TRC promises. That's a serious mark against him in the years of people fighting for post-apartheid accountability. Broader state capture debates being named in SANEF's state capture special report doesn't prove personal corruption, but it places him in the web of actors being scrutinized for how NPA decisions were made in the Zuma state capture time. TL Dr. Nuclear summary. If I had to sum up Advocate George Baloyi in one cheat sheet for this content right here, who is he? A UNISA-trained, long-serving deputy director, acting director of public prosecutions in Gauteng, in the NPA system since at least early 2000 with serious seniority and institutional clout. What did he do before Senzo, part of the Zuma corruption prosecution team under Billy Downer? Leads a prosecutor in the Eugene Telebranch murder trial, acting DPP in Pretoria. We already touched on all of this. Reputation and politics, seen by some colleagues and commentators as a top-tier experienced courtroom prosecutor trusted with sensitive cases, seen by parts of civil society and the legal community as part of the NPA leadership blocked or diluted political sensitive or TRC-related prosecution. Why him on Senzo Meyiwa murder trial? Because the NPA chose a career insider with high-profile murder or political experience and the rank to stand behind every continuous decision. Confessions, second docket, witness recalls, life acid style inquest, etc. So that is why we have Mr. George Baloyi. As much as he is being criticized for the Senzo Meyiwa case, which I agree with the criticism because, well, he's doing a lot there. He's doing a lot there and a lot of questionable things. What are your thoughts about him and this? What comes to mind when you are hearing this report about him? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.